Alright, so you guys last time seemed to really enjoy the video of me going over a slasher and just telling about everything they did wrong. So I did a game of me playing Noli. If you don't know, I'm level 260, so it should be decently interesting to watch because it'll be pretty good. So we start off. First thing you always want to do, check the team comp. Okay, 5 guests and you can barely see, but it's a Veronica and a Jane Doe and a Shed. Guest is Nola's biggest counter, and Jane is the second biggest. So I'm already not pleased, especially since there's a bunch of actually decent players. Not as many 30 days. This guy had 30 days, or girl, I guess, and this guy had 30 days. But other than that, or whatever gender they are, it's fine. But um, so I was already a bit annoyed because there's a whole bunch of guests. My second best counter, a Veronica, which would just kind of be, if I'm dealing with everything, a last man standing warrior and would be a problem to go against. And then just a random Shed Leslie who's going to punish me if they're ever close by and I miss a Void Rush. So that's amazing. Or a Nova. So I start off here. Writing down the usual main line you should always do is, I think, go here. See here. Here's the 30-day guest and another guest. I'm excited. Go for a Void Rush. And I hit there. Turn. Hit there. And here. Why didn't I stop here? I missed. There's nobody up there. But no, I'm apparently waiting for the, the invisible noob in the team comp to be right there and give me a free bounce. I don't know, bro. I guess, bro. But, okay. Random Nova that gives me a bit of a stamina advantage. Okay. And here, they keep trying to bait out for some reason. Are we for real? You don't juke back like what you're going to do as guest because it's not that scary. What you do is you just run. You try not to do this, especially on Noli, who you can react to. So they just accept their... Oh, they don't, actually. They try to, regain stamina. There's a whole bunch of people now, so I gotta think. Bump. I try to take a whole bunch of bumps, and I crash there. Okay, bro. I hit a Nova. Make some waste stamina. And... yeah, I don't know why I didn't get helpless there, but it just pushed me back. Even more pushing. Even more just distance. I just love guest play gameplay so much. So intriguing to watch them all. Just click the same 2 buttons and do everything. But I hit a Nova to kill and I get a bunch of damage everywhere. But also the other 30-day player, the Jane, just kind of punishes me for existing. Could have turned tighter there, but I still make a bunch of good distance. Another one just baiting. I don't know what these guests were thinking. They're good players, I promise. But now we get here, and here we go. Here's the, like I like to talk about last time, a nice little fork here. 1, 2, 3. Really close. I've got stun immunity. I'm gonna mess it up because I'm a bum apparently right now, but it was pretty good. I start juicing my mind out because, they hit a block and I don't know what I'm scared of. I got stun immunity. I guess I was assuming that I would run out soon, but I don't. And I lose my fork here to try and go after my main target, but I get a new one. Good, good, bad. Not nearly as good, but it's an option. And for some reason, I decide that I'm the world's greatest turner who can turn all the time infinitely. And instead of realizing I've missed and stopping like here, nah, let's go all the way and send that. Fun. So I have to go after the Veronica and leave my guest chase, which is kind of sad, but whatever. Get hit with a resonance. Make him go into a weird positioning. I've got a whole bunch of damage off, and then I'll keep going. Keep in mind, there's a guest and a Jane Doe not too far by, so I have a very weird fork like this. It's not very good. It's like probably the worst 3-way fork you could have, but it's still something. I try to kill them, but then goes flying, and it's a free high damage, so I decided to swap back onto a guest because I'm really scared of guest players because they just are a hard counter. They miss their block there, and they're getting really low, and there we go. Nice little kill. Teleport. And Void Rush, and here I'm planning to go after the Veronica, but I go for this guy who just wasn't moving. Great. I'm worried they're just faking AFK for a parry, which is, don't do that, it's stupid, but they weren't, so I just got a free kill there. So Veronica tries and helps. Pro tip, unless you're Veronica with like a skate, which doesn't actually take a long cooldown, don't waste your stuns or whatever on helping an AFK person. Not worth it. I've got, hold on, let's go back here. This is pretty interesting. I actually have another really nice forky field. Let's go ahead a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I teleport away. Can you figure out why? It's because I'm hard targeting. Like a bot on the Veronica. Because I'm really scared. I just want to get them done. I just want to get them out the way now. And I know they went over, so I try to get a closer teleport instead of going farther away to surprise them. And it actually works pretty well here. But then I go up here and I realize, wait a minute. This is about to be the freest Void Rush I ever seen. Got a Veronica here, a guest, and a shed. I know. Oh, a sweat for me, able to tell just by looking at this part. But I have the worst case scenario being I slam the shed. Best case scenario being I hit and slam the Veronica. But because I'm gonna be going down for so long, I have a free like hard turn to anywhere I want. So I immediately charge it up. And I get that free slam on a guest, which I'm not mad about in the slightest. Because, you know, I hate guest, and I just want to get him out the way. I try to shoot a Nova there, and I actually hit it, but this damn shed just pushed me off and almost built distance. And now I've got a new four-way fork. Down there, there, and there. I don't hate this fork. I just don't really have a reason to have it. So I guess I'll just take it to be there, but get that. Terrible Void Rush here. Hold on. What was I Void Rushing at? There's no value made. And I guess I just do that. So it's whatever. But I hit that. They whiff their block. And I kill. Right. I had to do a close teleport because I don't really want to do anything, but I give a play here. Now here, as you can see, I have a trio fork there and just a Veronica there. That's the entire server just within sights. Can you guess what I go after? I've got the 30-day Jane Doe. I've got a weird way I can try and curve and Void Rush here, or I can try and go for the shed, and then there's just Veronica. Can you figure out what I'm trying to do? If you said go and try and hard target the Jane Doe, you're wrong. If you said try and curve onto the shed, you're wrong. But if you you chose go to the guest, yeah, no, you're still wrong. You'll see in a second. I'm starting to think here. It's formulating in my head, but it's not fully planned out till later. My Void Rush is on very short going. Now, if you have Void Rush and people in your sights, you have a fork on everyone in your sights or everyone you just know where they are, because you can turn into anyone and get a nice start. So basically, with Void Rush being so far in cooldown, while it physically looks like I only have this fork, I technically have a full. I've got basically here, 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 here. I can try and go here. Go here, I can go here, I can go here. Like I've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 different ways to fork. I've got 4 survivors forked and 7 different ways to keep this fork. This is really good. I'm really happy with this, but you'll see what my plan is soon. I've called all the 3 targets. Here's where the plan fully formulates. Not even my friend Prokenzo realized what I'm doing. He was like, did I just have a spasm attack or something? But here we go. I start hitting the Void Rush. Could seem like a good little chase into there. Here. No. I get stunned. But I still have Void Rush. I Void Rush into the Veronica. Their HP is just slamable. They weren't expecting it. And while I do lose my fork, I get a free kill. Not many would have gone for that. If you would have, good for you. I thought it's a really clever play there just to go ruin all your good chases to get the free kill here in a free 40 seconds. So, free sell there on a time. And I actually come here. We can actually go back here more. Another fork right here. Bam, bam. And you don't see it here, and I didn't know, but there's technically a guest over there. So this isn't really a fork part here, but I've got a double fork here. The Jane's obviously more important, but the shed is closer, so I run here. Hold on. Let me get back a little bit more. I've got another dilemma. What you'll learn is that when you're playing, there's a whole bunch of dilemmas in June when you do that. I've got the entire lobby forked once again, which I'm really happy about. I'm really happy about this game because I just kept forking, which is really nice, especially on Noli, who loves forks. I could go after the biggest threat, or I guess it's a tie between these two, but in general, Guess is a bigger threat than Jane. So I'll say the bigger threat for the context of this, but they're the worst chase starts, so okay. I get a really bad chase start, but I go after the biggest threat. It's a fine chase start, but I mean it's the second biggest start. My best chase start is the shed, but it's really the one I'm least caring about. Can you figure out what I go after? And if you said take the path here to go after the Jane, you're wrong. You said try and Nova because you can see him to right and try and go here, you're wrong. If you said go here to chase the shed, you're also wrong. I shoot the Nova, and knowing that they're going this way, I go here and I keep a not as bad chase start, which is this was pretty obvious. So I hope you got it, but and I go here. This is really nice. I get a nice little first hit there. And now I have 0 outcome, a bum. Start a nice little void rush here. 1, 2, and I have a chance to curve, but I mess it up, and the shed punishes because that's like the whole point of playing shed right now. They miss their stun, and now I've got a really good double fork here, and I've kind of got this. This isn't really there, but I guess it's just close enough. I guessed it's just close enough. I get so this is my main fork. So here I get to Nova, and now I'm back to another really nice fork. We're once again forking the last 3 survivors, and we get a free 15 off on the guest, which I'm never mad at damage on the guest. Hit. Do whatever the hell that was, you know, fun, I guess. Bam, kill. Great, now I've got a nice dilemma. What do I go after here? The guest or the shed? This may seem really obvious. Go after the guest, they're your biggest counter. But my friend has been kind of selling other blocks, and this shed has been cooking. But I go after the guest, because it's always guest. I almost teleport there, but I don't. I do this, because here I was still indecisive, because I was indecisive for way too long. I was going to consider going there, but I realized there was no point. I probably actually could have hit that there, but I just wasted it. So I go there. Roost another Nova. And I'm trying to chase reset, but my friend, I've taught him about that and how to stop it, so he lets me get a decent chase start, but okay. Starts curving around there, and they miss their block. But the shed is once again same, which is real. I mean, the shed is starting to get on my nerves, but I get a good little teleport here to try and waste more time. Free slam. Now I've got an option here. Do I kill them or the shed? Now, I'd rather I'd have more time to go up to the shed now and leave them with. And I don't think they. And I didn't think you had a medkit, so I missed my Nova, and I'm like, all right, I'll just go after the other one. So I make sure he's not coming after me to try and help him. But I hit. I miss. I hit again, and now I've got quite a bit I can do. I waste that, but I get a good little hit there, and I curve it into a kill. And now, although as you can tell for a minute, I forgot to mention they did have a medkit in the end, so this is kind of a bad start. So I gotta see what I can make out of this. But hit. Great start. Great start here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hit. Stamina advantage. Hit. Hit. And with 54 seconds left on the clock, they've got 2 HP and everything is a 1 hit. So I first go for a Void Rush. I miss it, that's fine. They go towards me, and now I've got a Nova. Game. Now, let's go back to that. Because as simple as that LMS looked, it was actually kind of a bunch of thinking, and I want to show y'all it, because I want to show y'all what I'm kind of thinking when I start LMS. So let's go into the actual LMS start. It's just right around here. But actually, it's not there yet. So we get the here. First thing I realize is here. What moves do I have close to a corner off corner? I have stab, obviously. Observant. Okay. Observant here. Where are the generators? Here, 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 and there are where I know all my memorized generators from this round. Do any of those help me here? Not really. No, no, no. So, really, actually, this is actually still bad. So, there's no good generator. So, no observant. This leaves us with Void Rush and Nova. Void Rush has 16 seconds on it. We are not getting to use it for a while. Might as well count it out. Nova, though, has a 3 seconds. So, we can kind of use Nova as a positioning tool. That's great to first know. Second is, where can they go? Let's first go with the worst option. To me. No one does this. So we can count this out immediately, them going this way. Second, this way, just cutting across. There could be a reason for it. They need all the HP, so they won't. Then you can cut off this way. Isn't terrible. Isn't great. Wouldn't recommend it. So let's cut off them going to this poison, going to this poison, going to this poison, going to this poison. They can't go to these two if they're an idiot. Next option, this way. If they do that, it's just a free cut off here. They can't do that. It leaves them with 3 options: to go this way, to go this way, to go this way. Realistically. Let's look at each of them. They go this way. I run with them. There's a red door here. I get speed up here. Not optimal. Let's cross this one off in our heads. These are 2-way. Go this way or go this way. Loop here and loop towards here. Loop this. Loop this. So, they go this way. Obviously, the best strategy would be for me is to go to the poison here. And I get an amazing chase start. If they go here, then I go around here. But what if I thought, okay, if I go this way, that means I'm risking getting worse here. So what I decided is actually, you know what? This is going to be the best. Let's go here. So I go down here. Hopefully. And if I go up here, I just curve through there, and I don't really suffer much. If I go here, I get a really great chase start. I plan all this out in my head, and I just don't perform it, bro. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, I'm just brain dead. But I still hit the Nova, so it's fine. And then from here, we just all know how it goes. It's just free for pickings from here. But this, you're in Forsaken, Killer or Survivor. The most important part of the game is the chase start. Which means you should be prepared to path. Thinking about pathing is very important. So let's hold it in our heads. Watch all this. And I ruined their pathing with Nova. That's why Nova is such a good tool, because it completely ruins pathing. Great. And then, as we all know, it's just kind of... I guess I'll show you all the ending, because fun. They missed their block here. Hit. Hit. And this is where another thing. Punish all you can. Don't, unless you're trying to get a full target, you can always punish really easily. Hit, and that's kill. So, yeah. Oh my god, I'm selling. I hope y'all enjoyed. That's me playing Noli. As I said, I was level 260. It's really interesting, at least to me, to see how a gameplay from higher up players and kind of how they think. I really, enjoy watching that kind of thing, right? I don't know. I know, obviously, this is when I more watch videos when I did this for Slasher, so seems decently interesting. So I'll let y'all hopefully make more. I'll actually have a real fun challenge idea coming soon. I tried to record one now, but the files got all corrupted and stuff, so I couldn't really. So that was sad. But I will try to record something interesting soon. And I will see you all very hopefully soon.